Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Unit Lost. I am Stylos and welcome back to the glorious OverAnalyzed. Now today we're going to take a look at the brand new Hanzo. But before we get into this spicy video clip, because it is very spicy indeed, I want to let you guys know about something that I've been working with YouTube. Now YouTube have got this thing called the sponsor system. And apparently what it does, it lets you give viewers like a benefit if they sponsor the channel. It's kind of like a Twitch sub in a way. So what I'm going to try, and this was what YouTube recommended I do. I don't know whether this is a good idea or what. I'll see what you guys think and then we'll work on it. But if you sponsor the channel, then you get a special priority over analyzed queue, which means I will check the priority emails before I check the public emails. Because OverAnalyzed gets about 90 to 150 emails every single day. That's a lot of emails. So if we can do something, you know, to help me get through that and also support the show, you guys can, well then let's do it. Anyway, we've got a Hanzo clip and I think we should, let's not pause it. Because this is what the email said with the Hanzo. It's like, hi, Sty, this is Sty. So, by the way, you've got the best YouTube channel I've ever seen in my life. And I really love you, and you're the best. And I'm great at Hanzo. Overanalyze my video clip. And I'm like, okay, then sure. If you haven't probably guessed already, ladies and gentlemen, this is indeed me. Lazine is one of my accounts. In fact, this was the original Stylosa account. It may possibly be a Hanzo account. Now, as much as it's a Hanzo... one trick, I don't want to be in voice comms, go away, I'm just going to do whatever I like account. It's not really. It just means that I lock in as Hanzo, and if I can play as Hanzo then I will, but if I can't then I'll change. But most of the time I am getting to play as Hanzo. Alright then, so let's take a look at my awesome gameplay, or rather lack of awesome gameplay. This game starts off really, really slow because I'm not really using the Hanzo. This is crazy by that Genji, because the fight was over and then he just commits. It's like mental. But you will see that Thunder God is a typical Genji main. And once you start dominating the Genji main, he starts getting angry. He starts throwing the game. And it is a ultimate shame, ladies and gentlemen. Right then, let's talk about this new Hanzo. I've been playing it all week. I've got like, I think as of recording of this video, I had something like a 72% win rate. It's since gone down to about 61%. It's still insane. What am I trying to do with this Hanzo? Well, what I'm trying to do is just put fire into the enemy. It's very hard here to actually aim at anything. What I'm trying to do is prioritize not firing at barriers. So you'll notice when I use the storm arrows there, I'm not going to just fire them all into the barrier. I'm just going to try and fire around the barrier, maybe. Sometimes I do that, sometimes I don't. Now, this is really good for us here because the enemy have wasted... In fact, let's just pause this. The enemy are completely brain dead. I don't know what is going on here. They have decided that it would be a good idea... What is this on the screen? That it would be a good idea to use the Zarya ultimate just. So Genji's just used his ult. Zarya's just... Well, that's our Zarya, but whatever. Zarya's used their ultimate. So they're two ultimates down. This means that they've probably got Moira. Reinhardt's Earth Shatter, I don't know. Probably getting close to being done. But they're wasting ultimates after they've won the fight. Never do this. It's so stupid. Like... What? Don't do that. If you kill 3 of the enemy team, you've probably won the fight. You don't have to then invest more ultimates to try and win. So we get killed, right? Now, the thing is here, I'm terrible, right? No eliminations, silver damage. All right, that's okay. But I've got Hanzo ultimate. I've got the Dragon Strike, which sometimes are called Dragon Blade, for I don't know why. So all we're going to do is combo this with the Zarya. Now, you'll notice there isn't much communication off me in this game. I'm listening to what's going on. The team are communicating. That's fine. A lot of the time, people over-communicate when it comes to Overwatch. Don't do that, especially at lower levels. It's like, let's just pause this, because I'm going on a mad rant about communication. At lower levels, people will be like, join the voice comms. Oh my God, we're going to lose. Nobody's in voice. That's not exactly true, right? Voice comms help for basic shout-outs for like, oh, Tracer's behind or stuff like that. Voice, though, when you're not like a high master level player, is a waste of time to you to focus that much effort into it. Be in voice chat, yes. Give basic ideas and commands, but don't get involved in conversations and don't try and plan out crazy detailed strategy. Just focus on playing your hero and you will get better. Actually, I'm going off on a mad tangent here, but I looked at a Tracer overanalyzed video recently. Or a submission, and in that this player is silver and it's communicating like it's amazing communication, but it cannot aim. It literally cannot aim or play Tracer. Don't do that. Learn to play the hero, then worry about communication. Anyway, this is what you do with Hanzo. This is skill. Absolute skill. 100% skill. You cannot deny me. So much skill that I'm just going to emote in the middle of the fight because I don't care. Because the fight's over. Because we've killed him. There's Zarya and there's the magic witch woman from God knows where who turns into... Well, from Ireland who turns into Mist who escaped Judgment. But she won't escape for much longer. Right then, let's think about what we should be doing with Hanzo. I'm pushing forward here to try and get a bit of, like, kind of a bit of extra ultimate charge. Because remember, I've just used my ulti. Now I've got 40% ult charge. This will probably be nerfed, right? Hanzo is generating his ultimate at a ludicrous rate. He can do so much damage, pumps out so much ultimate charge. It's crazy. This Genji, right, has got a little bit of a hard-on for me, ladies and gentlemen. I think he wants to come and kill me, because as we'll see as the video goes on, he does get a bit... Like here, I don't know what that was. I think that was a deflected and he slapped me. I don't know. Anyway, he's gone and used his blade now, which is fine. That means Genji's wasted his ultimate. So in this phase here, what I need to do now as a Hanzo player is sit towards the back and just put fire down range. I don't want to get killed. I don't want to try and flank, because it's going to be very hard for me to do that. I'm just going to stay with the team, let us regroup, and then push forward. There are two options here, right? And I kind of just covered them, but the options are basically stay where I am, which, spoiler, is what I do, and just keep firing down into this area, or I try and flank, yeah? This is very risky, because the enemy team might be down there, but if I could get over, like, the back here somewhere, maybe I could get a cheeky pick. But that's a bit risky, and we're probably going to die. The better bet here is to stay with the team, and then just fire through the choke, because, well, hopefully, our team gets together. We've got a Reinhardt, we're playing behind him, we push them forward. So you can see we're trying to do this here. And what I would say here is that was a fantastic block there by our Reinhardt, as we would have been earth-shattered and probably all been killed. But here you see we're starting to push them back. So all I'm doing here with Hanzo is just putting shots down range. It's so simple. They've used their grab, so this is good. I don't like what's happening now, though, right? This is quite bad from the team. So we've just used our Valkyrie. We've used our Graviton. Like, everybody's using all their ultimates here. This is crazy. But you've got to think what ultimates are coming up. Who is possibly going to have an ultimate ready? Well, Genji is probably close to his ultimate. So what I'm thinking here is I want to stay towards the back. I don't want to try and get... Well, I don't want to die to Genji, because look at the picture. Just look at the picture. Right? Overwatch is such a simple game. Oh, my days. Look at the picture. Look at what's unfolded in front of us. Loads of ultimates have been used. We know Rally has been used by the enemy, right? We know that they've used their Graviton, so we can't get grabbed. So, in theory, we should not die to any enemy ultimates on this team. The enemy is all far forward. So what I'm thinking in my head here is I want to be able to be at the back to be able to respond with my Dragon Strike after Genji uses his ultimate. It's dead simple. Like, Overwatch is a super simple game. If you think like this, right, just while you're going through the motions, playing the hero, if you think, okay, what ultimates have we got now? You will know what they've got, and you'll be able to play around them. Knowing what the enemy have got in advance is huge. It makes you such a better player. And this is and more of a rant. This is the thing with Overwatch, right? You don't have to be the best player ever. You just have to be capable of understanding the game, and that's it. A lot of people put too much focus on trying to become mechanically amazing. You cannot carry in Overwatch like you can in other games. You can only carry in Overwatch if you're like a literal master player playing in Platinum. That's the only way you could carry. Right, watch this. So I've moved back. Can you hear what's just happened? In my head, I'm like, right, Genji has probably got his ultimate, like I've just explained. So I'm going to move back because I don't want to get killed by the Genji. And then I've got the Dragon Strike response if we come out of this fight, okay. So let's take a look at what happens here. Genji kills our Brigitte. That's not good. Genji's still going around. The rest of our team have kind of backed off. He's never going to hit me. But look what's happened. Reinhardt has killed their Genji. So what I'm thinking now is this is go time for me with Dragon Strike. And this area is really, I think I'm about to fire it, but this is really damn good for Dragon Strike. In fact, we're just going to jump back a little bit here. Because firing straight down there with Dragon Strike, down the sort of path, they can't escape. They're just going to get hit by Dragon Strike. And this is absolutely what I know is going to happen, so this is what I'm going to do. Notice that it's timed with our team as we're pushing forward again. So this isn't like I'm just firing off the Dragon Strike, like, screw it, let's just use it. It's gone through and it's caused a load of space for our team. It's got kills, it's done damage. The enemy are in complete disarray and we can push forward. Now, I've got the high ground. I think I killed this Mercy, yeah, bye. I've got the high ground. So this is where you want to be as Hanzo, as much as possible. Remember, it's very easy for Hanzo to get into the high ground. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm like, let's get the high ground, and then let's just pepper shots into them. How can they contest me up here? Look at this. I can just do what I like. It's crazy. It's like, all right, we'll keep firing. I'll keep the Sonic Arrow up. I guess in terms of like using Hanzo's kit, Sonic Arrow is available more often now. It doesn't have the range it used to have before. That doesn't matter, though, because you can keep repositioning it. I know they're going to come through one of two chokes. I know Trace has just gone around the side, and look at that. I've just showed her with my Sonic Arrow so my team knows she's there, so they can deal with her. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful, this Hanzo. I think it is a bit powerful, though, and I think the power lies in the fact you can charge your ultimate so ridiculously quick, which, of course, we can see here. Look at this. This, though, is a horrifically bad use of the ultimate, and this is an absolute boosted Hanzo through, like, this is just stupid. I should not have used the ultimate here. We've won the fight. I think what's happened here is I've heard the Graviton shout from Zarya. So I'm like, yes, I will use Dragon Strike. Yeah, no. I don't think he even hits anyone. It was so bad. It was so bad. That is so bad. I mean, that is just horrifically bad. Because if we had this ultimate now, it'd be easier to push through this section. And we totally should. However, remember what I just said about the ultimate? Like, it's already on 31%. I literally just used it like 10 seconds ago. And I've got 31% of the ult. Now, granted, it's not going to charge that quick because I'm trying to kill a Tracer and totally failing to do it. But if the enemy team was here and I'm spamming shots into them, I'm going to get this ultimate so quick. Right, let's talk about Tracer when she tries to duel you. This is a very risky thing for Tracers to do. Because what you should do, and this is totally what I didn't do, and this is why I die, is I should use Rapid Shot, Storm Arrows, whatever the hell it's called. I should use that on the Tracer, but I didn't. In fact, I tried to use that on their front line, just spammed a load of shots into a barrier, and then Tracer killed me. When I'm fighting Tracer in such a close sort of area like that, or anybody is with the Hanzo, you just want to use Storm Arrows and kill her. Because if anybody gets near you with Storm Arrows, you just delete them. I mean, I kill her now. Spoiler, I kill her now with the Storm Arrows. But it's like, that's major overextending from Tracer, but she was probably literally about to hit recall. But you can't do that with Hanzo now because he puts out so much damage so quick, he can just wipe you out. And honestly, I think the size of his projectiles are a little bit forgiving as well. So provided you're aiming in the general direction, you generally hit somebody. Anyway, we've almost got my ultimate available. That, ladies and gentlemen, is absolute brain-dead ultimate. I don't know what that is. Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that. If you do that, just uninstall the game. Like, I don't know what that is, because you're never going to kill anyone, and you're just going to die. Right then, so we're going in with Sound Barrier, and I'm like, kill the Mercy, because one of the things I'm not really doing as much as, which I really should be doing more of on this attack phase, is prioritizing the squishy targets with Storm Arrows, and also just trying to... Well, kill the supports. Because you kill them with one hit. You literally delete them if you hit them. If it's a headshot, obviously. Yeah, that there's just standard Hanzo, right? You're always going to fire that through the end. So that's not bad, but there are a lot of mistakes there, really. A lot of mistakes with not using the right ability at the right time, which is a problem. And I don't think I really took the high ground that often on the attack. I really should have prioritized grabbing the high ground from the first point instead of trying to, like... I don't know what I was doing. I was like... I don't know what. I was terrible, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, let's skip this forward. We don't care about this. All right, then. So, we're on defense this time. And I'm about to get a bit better at playing Hanzo because I don't know what it is. Like, I think with Hanzo, there's like a rhythm. You get into it, and then you just suddenly start... Everything just starts working, and it's so beautiful. Right, then. Let's go through the very basic setup. Super simple. Fire the Sonic Arrow just after they leave the gate so we can get some vision on where they come through. So it gives us a little bit of vision on Reinhardt. This is crazy off Reinhardt. Don't know what he's doing. But I should not have got off the high ground there. That was stupid. I should have stayed on the high ground, kept firing at the Reinhardt, and I could have fired back into the enemy team. Instead, dropped down to the low ground, sacrificed my position. Very risky. Now, that there was very lucky. That was very lucky. I double jumped and then got... I forgot that happened. What is that? I don't even know what that is. What is that? What? Somebody please... What is that? What is that? So, yeah, I Sonic arrowed the side there, security, just in case people tried to sneak through. Then I'm like, oh, double jump. Oh, God. Then I've been concussion blasted. And then... I think that's probably what causes that Genji to lose his mind. Right, Genji's dead. Beautiful. Pharah's got to be quite careful in this meta with Hanzo, because Hanzo's actually quite potent against the Pharah because they've increased the speed of his projectiles. So when he fires, they're faster, so they're more accurate, right, at range, which is pretty damn good. And also, Storm Arrows you can just spam in a direction, and you'll see examples of that if I remember correctly in this video. That's a great right. Thank you. That is the calls. These are all the calls you've got to shout. Thank you, Mr. French Zarya. Genji's behind. And look exactly what I did. As soon as he shouted that, I'm like, yes, my friend. I throw down this. I would not have known that. I would not have deployed this Sonic Arrow if he had not said that. That is beautiful communication. Spicy. Right then. So I'll fire that down. That's all jazzy. Genji's up there at the top. This is not the best use of Storm Arrows, to be fair. And then Genji's on me again, and then I will do that to him again. And this probably makes him a bit more angry, because he's a typical Genji main, I believe. So you can see I'm trying to prioritize the Pharah here. I got one hit, but look at that. It's almost half the health. Probably should have got a bit more accurate, but it kind of doesn't matter, because Yeah. So she's got to be very careful engaging at range. I think with Farah, typically she's way more powerful when she engages at point blank range on literally anyone. This here, spamming down the choke, is like, again, was probably not the best use of it. What I'm trying to do is just sort of get the odd headshot, but I don't think it really would have mattered. That was a bit of a waste of the ability, but as you can see, it's back now. And notice the Zarya is going Hanzo, let's combo. But honestly, right, guys, you don't really have to say this. You should just know. If you're playing Hanzo or you're playing Zarya, you want to try and sync your ultimates up. You can see when ultimates are available now when you press tab or bring up the score screen. So it's easy, right? And I think this, ladies and gentlemen, is the final undoing of the enemy Genji. This is where he finally loses his mind after a massive display of skill. Oh, look at that. So much skill. Oh, yes. Get wrecked. That's right, Thunder God. Skill. Zarya's like, sit. And then I die. And then I die. Listen to Reinhardt.
That wasn't me.
You have my
Thank you, Reinhardt. Thank you. It's like icing on the cake. Just fire strikes deflecting Genji and it instantly kills me. See, so Genji's lost his mind. Look, press Q, sit. Whoa, it's a bad place to be. You don't want to lose your mind. You don't want to get riled up. Which just means, well, I guess you all know what riled up, right, guys, means? Maybe that's... Anyway, let's just... Genji's been riled up. He's been poked. He's been triggered. Whatever. Now he's about to kill us all. So let's just enjoy that. Let's be like... Oh, God, just fire anything. Oh, I'm dead. I suppose you could argue all Genji did was press Q. Really, this would be a great opportunity for him in the chat to be like, sit. That's what he should have done, actually. That might have triggered our Zarya, but no, he just says nothing. Because he's probably sitting there shining his blade like, oh yeah, check me out. I'm the big daddy Genji boss, whatever. Whatever, Genji. I'm going to teach him. Right, this Reinhardt, I don't know what he's doing. Listen, I don't know what's going on, guys, with competitive this season. There are some strange things that happen. Like this, Exhibit A. Why is there a Reinhardt in the saloon? What is going on? Now he's dead. That was not clever. I suppose he was pushing forward. Anyway, here comes Genji. I know he's coming. You can tell he's going to come get me. He's thinking, I'm going to come and get him. I'm going to kill the Hanzo. I know he's coming. Let's go, Genji. Let's have a mano-a-mano. And then Farah turns up and she's like, oh yeah, let's have a bit of a party as well. I realise this isn't really much of an overanalyzed, is it now? What's that? That sounds like a WhatsApp notification from a desktop. But, apologies. Anyway, you're dead, Farah. You're dead. Right then, that ultimate, not the greatest, is it? I think I just sort of got a bit high on adrenaline. I was like, well, I've just killed the Genji. I've just killed the Farah. I'm just going to fire everything. That there was complete skill, I think you'll find. Right? Now, one thing I'm going to say, a bit of a disclaimer. This is a Hanzo map. It's an extremely beautiful Hanzo map, Hollywood. Because you can just fire down the chokes, right? So a lot of these shots which look crazy and like, wow, how the hell have you managed that? None of them are intentional. They're just playing percentages. It's just, there's probably someone there, let's fire. And there's always going to be somebody down there because it's where the payload comes from, right? So you just play the percentages. It's like this here, right? This is just using Hanzo's wall climb, but this is why he's dead powerful. Because you can just move around the side. Like the way... Right, let's draw on the screen. Let's draw on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. The way I like to view this Hanzo is he is a flanker, but he's also just consistent DPS, whereas before, he wasn't really that much of a flanker. He was. I don't really need to draw on the screen, do I? Let's just draw a scribble on the screen because I've brought the pen up, whatever. Let's just play this. He was more of a flanker. Play, go. He's more of a flanker now because he can get into positions quickly and just fire a couple of shots. He could do this before, and also he had scatter arrow. But what he kind of lacked was this just straight up DPS that you can constantly output with Hanzo. Like, you guys know I like playing a bit of Soldier and heroes like that, and Tracer and McCree. They're consistent DPS, especially Soldier. I mean, what was that? Whatever, I'll take it. Again, playing the percentages right. There's a Farah there, I'm just going to fire at her. You can see the way I'm aiming as well. Some of you guys have probably noticed this, but I'm like flick aiming. I'm drawing the arrow back and then flicking towards the target, just because this works better than better for me. Like there, you see there, a little bit of a flick, and of course that is the Genji who's now playing Hanzo, because of course he's going to teach me how to play Hanzo, but he's not, because now he's dead. And look, he's back. It looks like Farah's back, and she's dead as well. This is so insane. It's so much, and then that's not even Genji. That's Zen. Like, what can I even say about that? There, that is just abusing the high ground and winning two 1v1 duels and then just killing a support. That is so powerful. And that's what Hanzo is. But don't get me wrong, there will be times where you lose these duels, right?
Nice.
More often than not, in this game, I've won these duels, but there will be games you'll play with Hanzo where you just don't hit anything. The thing is, because the projectiles are faster, like you see now they're playing Widow. It's probably their Genji player. Farah's back. She's dead because she uses her ultimate in the most brain dead way. I mean, what the hell? I just think he might get nerfed, Hanzo. Because he's clearly... I don't want to say he's the best DPS, but he's... how can I say this? He is a very effective hero at outputting consistent damage, and also sometimes consistent damage just randomly deletes people and charges his ultimate mega fast. So what am I doing here, right? I'm waiting to ult them, right? What I'm thinking is they're going to come through onto the payload. They're going to hard commit because I've got 22 seconds. So I'm just going to blast my ulti straight across the payload. That's all I'm thinking. There's no rocket science here. There we go. In it goes. It's going to get Reinhardt. But look what's happening, right? Actually, I think I've played okay here, but the rest of the team's dead. Their Widow's wiped out 2 people. Yeah, what can you say? So at this point, we've kind of lost. And I'm thinking, well, if I can get any kind of kill here, it's going to help our team out. And to get that kill, and then I almost get this. Now, that would have been a montage clip, but I just missed that Widow by like a pixel. But look at these statistics, right? They're just stupid. Like, Hanzo is, you want to try and get gold eliminations and gold damage. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't think I achieve it at the end of the game. I think somebody does just beat me. But this is crazy. Like, this is just crazy. Or maybe it's a UI bug that says I get silver. I don't know. But none of that matters. What you can see in this video is Hanzo is mega effective on Hollywood. And he's effective on almost every map. But if the map has got a set chokes, like especially payload maps. So, like, he's good on Dorado. He's also good on King. Like, he's really good on King's Road. But he's always been good on King's Road. Like, here, right? This is like... This is just being outplayed. That Widow has used her vision. I can hear it, right? So I fired my sonic arrow at her. I mean, you can see that. Look at her hiding there. But then I just kill her because get out the game, Widow. Play the clip, goddammit. So she just missed me and I killed her. Whatever. Yeah, it's like whatever. And then we take the game, ladies and gentlemen. So I thought I got so anyway, I guess I don't. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this has been OverAnalyzed. It's been a look at the new Hanzo. It's been a look at me playing the Hanzo. And you can see how this ranges from, you can have like a bit of an... That's also... I must have WhatsApp open. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. The Hanzo can be inconsistent. And in the past, he could be really inconsistent. And I think players like your Raxus and your amazing Hanzos in the past were just fantastic players. I think Hanzo benefits from almost... not being as rapid when trying to aim at targets. It's almost like take your breath, draw your arrow back, then fire. Draw your arrow back, then fire. It's like that kind of thing. Like when I killed the Hanzo on top of the bank, the Genji on top of the bank, it was the same thing. And when I killed the Genji inside the cafe, it was the same thing. Where he's jumping over me, I'm just sort of going through the motions and then fire, going through the motions, then fire. I'm not just like, oh God, fire, fire. Whereas the times I've done that, when he was using his Dragon Blade, for example, I just died. Anyway, this Hanzo, I think, is just way more consistent. And it means that people who never really played Hanzo before can play Hanzo. And I'm going to be totally honest, I'm really enjoying playing this Hanzo. It's so much fun. But I think it probably does need looking at. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. And remember, guys, if you'd like to send a video in for consideration to appear on this series, then do follow the instructions on the screen. And remember, you can also support this show if you use the sponsor button below the video. And you also get the priority inbox thingy, so I'll look at your video clips before I look at the other ones when selecting videos for this show. All right, guys, catch you on the next one. Toodaloo.